Hello, I'm Jaime from Jaime's Kitchen. If you've seen my first video, video number 1, I was making tostones. Now this is going to be my video number 2, and I'm going to make salsa, Mexican style, or at least what I believe is Mexican style. It's not like restaurants, because a restaurant does not put all the ingredients as I put because they got to make money. When you make salsa for yourself or for a family or for a party, you're going to make the best salsa, so everybody can always come as they do in mine and say, who made this salsa? This is wonderful. Now, onions, you cut. You only have, since I'm going to use the blender, you don't need to do a complete dicing job. The first thing you put in your blender is the soft stuff, because if you put anything dry, full of air, then you won't be able to blend anything because you'll be trying to blend air. Now, this is, you can tell I buy at what used to be Pick and Save, Big Lots. Okay, diced tomatoes in a can. You could dice your own tomatoes. I got lazy, I bought those. Once you put the salsa in, your tomatoes in, now you put your onions. And you want to make your salsa different than everybody else's. You add olives. If you eat olives with a lot of your food like the Mediterraneans do, you can live a long time because olives is great for your heart. Good high density oil. These are capers. If you don't know what capers are, you just look for the label saying capers. I throw the juice in there with whatever capers are left. I save these because I save some of my sauces in here when I make other stuff and I make too much of it. Now I take a cilantro, chop it, throw it in there. Notice it's kind of full now. All I'm going to do is blend. And it'll drop, the air will disappear from this and it'll lower down. Now this blender is a little cheapy one, paid 29 bucks for it. I would suggest buy a more expensive one like I'm going to have to next. So it's starting to smell like it's burning. Now what I do is I add, now notice I did add an entire bundle of cilantro. I'm going to add a bundle of green onions. This is where all your flavor comes from, is all the greens and all your onions and bell pepper, which don't look like it's going to fit much, but I'm trying my best. Get rid of this part. This part is kind of rough. It's probably not as tasty as the bell pepper itself. Okay, now I'm using part of this bell pepper. I get rid of these. I don't like using the seeds because it adds no flavor. Now that I've cut the bell pepper so it fit in the blender, I'm going to blend now till I can get more of a mulch. Like I say, invest on a better blender. I'm going to have to also because I've kind of burned the motor out of this one, making salsa quite often. What I'm doing now is taking all the chunks that are floating on top and dropping them down to the bottom. Put this away before I spill it. This is what's left. I only used half an onion, half a bell pepper. Now what I'm going to do is also add, if I can find it, oh here it is, minced garlic. This is just minced garlic. You don't have Safeway. I stick with regular brands. spend extra money on buying brand names to pay for the commercials. I like my food very garlicky, so if you notice, I put a big heaping and a half tablespoon of garlic. Also, another product I do use, notice I know where everything's at, because this is my kitchen. This is Salsa, is a product of Goya. It is made of these seeds called achote seeds. Puerto Ricans use this for coloring. It's an old Indian seed. It's like the heroin addicts used to do. You get all the heroin down at the bottom of the bag. Trying to get a good blend. This is what it would have been done if I had a better blender. But whatever you do, it's tempting to stick a spoon in there and help it along while it's boiling. But if that blade hits the spoon, it will crack the glass. You will have, it'll be an IED blowing up in your kitchen. Salt is one of the ingredients, and I use a tablespoon and add just 1 tablespoon of salt. How many minutes on the video so far?
7.5.
Oh, that's it? Okay, good. Okay, well, on my next budget, I have to buy me a much better blender. What I do, you take your spoon, a bigger spoon, again, without the blender running, and you inspect. You see if there's any big chunks in here, and I'm not satisfied because I see whole parts. So what I'm going to do is continue blending. Another thing is you try not to lose the lid for the blender. Here. That's air. Once air, because you know, air offers less resistance, so it's gonna stop blending. So you just let it settle back down to the bottom. Okay. That looks right. Okay, now let me. I tend to like to cook and wash. I don't like to leave anything filthy. This is going to go back. This will go back in the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Now, this is the consistency. Of the salsa. It's thick, so that when you scoop, and I'm going to show you now when I scoop, when I grab a chip, you can get a good scoop out of what you're eating. And perfect. Okay? Look forward to my next video, video number 3. I'm going to make ceviche. Okay? Have fun cooking.